It's kind of all on the line now. Like I'm his and he's mine.
Welcome to MsMojo. And today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 celebs who married normal people.
I'm in a bar, and sure enough, there she is, and we danced, and that was about it, man. I mean, I was head over heel. I was head over heels.
For this list, we'll be looking at famous folks who got hitched with non-famous people of all walks of life. Did we miss anyone you think should be on the list? Let us know in the comments. Number 20, Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande wanted a house in a quiet area where she could take refuge from LA's hustle and bustle. But what she found instead was so much more than that.
Might as well cancel our plans, I could stay here for a lifetime.
When her team introduced her to real estate agent Dalton Gomez, Grande wanted to arrange a meeting with him because she thought he was cute. And the rest is history. The two started dating in early 2020 and got married over just a year later.
Dalton popped the question with this unique diamond and pearl ring. Many fans suspect the pearl is part of a family heirloom from a tie pin that belonged to her late grandfather.
Everything was very hush-hush, unlike Grande's previous relationships. And by the looks of it, she's happier than she's ever been before.
Stuck with you, stuck with you, stuck with you.
Number 19, Jimmy Fallon.
Love you, Keith. All right, do you want another? You throw a little "you're welcome" there?
Yeah, I just said you're welcome.
That's what she does every time we kiss.
Jimmy Fallon and Nancy Juvonen have been married since 2007, but their story began in 2004 when Drew Barrymore hosted Saturday Night Live. Juvonen, who had founded a production company with Barrymore, snuck backstage and met Fallon. The next year, Juvonen produced Fever Pitch starring Fallon and Barrymore.
Like two awesome nerds. We didn't do anything about it, but flirt a lot and listen to a lot of music and say like good night at 4 a.m, like total nerdballs.
Fallon and Juvonen started dating and soon tied the knot. They now have a family and seem to live happily ever after.
I love you so much.
Looks like Drew Barrymore's hidden talent is being a cupid. Number 18, Paul Rudd. Many people don't know that Paul Rudd has actually been off the market since 1995. Upon moving to New York, he went straight to a meeting with his new publicist with all of his luggage in tow.
Well, Clueless was getting ready to come out. That's when we met. And I worked at a PR firm that he hired. And he got more than PR.
He was late for an audition, so a woman who worked at the publicist's office offered to mind his bags. That woman was Julie Yeager.
I went to New York. Julie was the first person I met.
Are you serious?
Wow. How about that? Yeah.
That's really sweet.
After 8 years of dating, the two married in 2003 and have been living a very private life since. Well, as private as you can get considering you're married to someone that was named the sexiest man alive in 2021.
She was very sweet about it. After some giggling and shock, she said, "Oh, they got it right."
Number 17, America Ferrera. This one sounds like it came straight out of a Hollywood movie.
People would love to see that. There you go, your next project.
America Ferrera met Ryan Pierce Williams when he cast her in his student film during their time at the University of Southern California back in the mid-2000s. The two have been madly in love ever since, and Williams continued to work behind the scenes while Ferrera took the center stage.
My list of things I did to be supportive of him ranged from, being on set and being behind the camera when he was in front of the camera, but also sometimes it was just forcing him to drink a green juice because he wasn't eating all day.
In 2018, the couple announced that they were expecting their first child. Their passion for filmmaking has brought them together on several projects, and they've even founded an activism organization called Harness.
We really know each other so deeply that we can be there to support each other more than I think anyone else could be there to support us. So that's really amazing, to be able to work with somebody who has your back and you'll have their back.
Number 16, Ellen Pompeo.
Almost birthday. Thank you. Today's my 10-year anniversary, too, so I get it
So
all
they're back to back.
It seems like an unlikely story. An actress meets a regular guy at Whole Foods, falls in love, and they get married. That's exactly what happened to Ellen Pompeo and Chris Ivory, who met in a grocery store in 2003. Ivory was a music producer while Pompeo was making a name for herself in Hollywood. They kept their love life very quiet. In 2007, they got married at City Hall in New York, without guests. Their wedding was officiated by Mayor Mike Bloomberg.
That's so cool. Yeah, it was very cool. Oh, yeah. My gosh. He took the subway and he was late, and they took us in this underground tunnel underneath City Hall.
They celebrated with waffles for lunch.
It was really just nice. We had the whole weekend and no one knew.
Number 15, Seth Meyers. It was love at first sight.
Beautiful, smart, strong-willed.
I couldn't say that, by the way.
Meyers met criminal prosecutor Alexi Ashe at actor Chris Kattan's wedding in 2008. He immediately knew that she was the one. Yep, just like that. Meyers ended up proposing by tying the ring to his dog's collar, begging the dog not to eat it.
Cassie. It looks great from the outside, but there are some issues.
Fortunately, it all worked out, and Meyers and Ashe got married in 2013. Although Ashe doesn't like to be in the spotlight, she does accompany Meyers to most public events. Condolences to Jennifer Lawrence, who once had a crush on Meyers.
Thank God. I talked to the wardrobe lady about it, and I was like, I think I'm gonna ask Seth Meyers out. I'm gonna give him my number. And she was like, honey, he's engaged. I was like, cool, good talk.
Sometimes things just don't work out. Number 14, Eddie Redmayne.
You just got married, congratulations.
I did, thank you.
That's exciting.
No.
Actor Eddie Redmayne and PR executive Hannah Bagshaw were friends since their boarding school days. The two met when Bagshaw and her friends arranged a fashion show, and Redmayne volunteered to walk down the runway shirtless. They remained friends until Redmayne filmed Les Miserables and decided to take a trip to Florence as a break. When he asked Bagshaw to join him, she thought he was joking. But that joke quickly turned to love. The two got married in 2014.
One of my jobs was to find the venue, and I made sure I found the place where we were having the reception was next to the chapel, so that when she didn't turn up on time, I could go and go, wait, are you coming?
Lesson learned, shoot your shot. It might just all work out in the end.
Getting prepped to go back into the trenches.
Rip off the Band-Aid, just rip it off.
Number 13, Anne Hathaway. Speaking of Les Miserables, did you know that Anne Hathaway married the love of her life the same year the movie came out?
He's left a summer by my side. He filled my days with endless wonder.
Looks like 2012 truly was the year of love, and we have Les Mis to thank for being an unconventional Cupid. Anne Hathaway and jewelry designer Adam Schulman met at the Palm Springs Film Festival in 2008. Hathaway knew immediately that she'd marry him.
She's been fairly open about the romance in recent months, even telling Marie Claire UK that she fell in love with Adam like a fool.
Her prophecy turned out to be true a few years later. Here's where this love story gets even cuter. Schulman used his jewelry making talents to craft Hathaway's engagement ring. Now, that's just adorable, isn't it?
He said the biggest surprise about being married is that he continues to fall deeper and deeper in love with you.
Number 12, Jesse Tyler Ferguson. Jesse Tyler Ferguson met his lawyer husband, Justin Makita, at the gym.
I am so out of breath from coming up here. It's great cardio.
They actually got engaged the day before Ferguson's co-star, Sofia Vergara, did the same to Joe Manganiello. And both engagements happened in Mexico. Talk about a weird coincidence. Justin Makita is a lawyer and an activist who actually helped overturn Proposition 8, an amendment to ban same-sex marriage. His activism inspired Ferguson, who joined his husband in advocating for LGBTQ+ rights.
No one's rights should be determined by what side of the state line they're on.
And that's why we need the Equality Act.
Smart one, pretty one.
The couple welcomed their first child in 2020, and the whole family looks cute as heck.
Come on. How is he? How's it being a dad, and what's he like?
I mean, we're still figuring out his personality.
Number 11, Ed Sheeran. Sheeran met Cherry Seaborn when they were just kids. Life took them on different paths, but the two reconnected in 2015 thanks to a mutual friend. Seaborn, a financial advisor, began dating Sheeran that same year.
Me and Cherry went to
this pizza restaurant where we had both got a slice of pizza and sat on a stoop with a bottle of wine and drunk that. I think that's like the kind of date.
They got married in a super secret ceremony in 2019. Sheeran revealed that hardly anyone was at the wedding, and it was held at night in the middle of nowhere. Afterwards, they had a curry and just went on with their lives like nothing happened.
Greatest success has been settling and finding someone that she's very, very unspotlighty. You know, she doesn't ever want to do red carpet. She's not on Instagram. She's not like... Good. I know.
Sounds like being low-key is the secret ingredient to a happy love life. Number 10, Meryl Streep.
Jimmy, Meryl, I'd like you to meet a friend of mine, Don Gummer. And I kind of look over and I see Meryl look up at him and look back at me, and you were blushing.
Meryl Streep tied the knot with sculptor Don Gummer way back in 1978. The two actually met when Streep was 29. At the time, she was going through the death of her then-boyfriend John Cazale from lung cancer. She ended up getting kicked out of the apartment she'd shared with Cazale. When her brother arrived to help her pack up, he brought Gummer with him.
She held up her hand to shake hands with him, and he leant down and kissed her hand, and there was a little tiny spark that became, I believe, the great love affair of the 20th century.
Streep fell in love and married him just 6 months later. Nowadays, Gummer accompanies Streep to all public events, but he always makes sure the spotlight remains on his talented wife.
He was accommodating to and understanding of my work, process, and I was and I was understanding of him.
Number 9, Weird Al Yankovic.
You know, I even think it's kinda cute the way you poison my coffee just a little each day.
The singer has his friend Bill Mumy to thank for introducing him to marketing executive Suzanne Krajewski. The two met in 2001. Krajewski revealed she wasn't sure about the relationship at first, but allowed herself to look beyond Yankovic's persona.
It's not the babe magnet that you think it would be. No.
They ended up clicking immediately and marrying just a short while later. This love story is also an important reminder that love can happen at any time. Yankovic was 41 when he married Krajewski.
My wife realized I had literally dozens and dozens of Beacon boxes full of fan mail from the 80s in a storage unit. And she was like, you've got a full life now, you've got a family, you're not gonna be 7 years old reading your old fan mail like, somebody used to love me.
He said that although he happily lived a single life before that, he found an even greater happiness with his wife and his daughter Nina. Number 8, Mark Hamill. A dental hygienist marrying her patient who's actually Luke Skywalker.
So you'll have to use proton torpedoes.
That's impossible, even for a computer.
But it's not impossible.
It might seem like fan fiction, but it's actually real life. Mark Hamill revealed that Mary Lou York looked like a Vargas painting when he saw her in his dentist's office. He threw a few pickup lines at her and magically they worked. The two soon started dating. But it wasn't smooth sailing. They ended up breaking up because Hamill wanted to date his groupies.
Even I can't understand their logic at times.
How could I be so stupid?
That was enough for him to realize that York was the one, and the two married in 1978. They have 3 children together, who all had a little cameo as resistance soldiers in The Last Jedi. Number 7, Reese Witherspoon.
But if I'm going to be a partner in a law firm by the time I'm 30, I need a boyfriend who's not such a complete bonehead.
Elle Woods marrying a talent agent? Now, that's a very different Legally Blonde ending than expected, right? Reese Witherspoon married Jim Toth, who is indeed a talent agent. Sure, one could argue that being a talent agent is far from a normal job, but Toth was still not in the Hollywood limelight, so we're counting this one. The two met at a party in 2010 and got married a year later.
It was smallish, right? That actually was smallish.
Yeah, it was small and it was nice. My family, and it was just great. Kids dancing.
Much like other couples on our list, they keep their relationship private and avoid the media frenzy.
I know. And I thought that was very classy of you.
Number 6, Christian Bale. What do Christian Bale and Winona Ryder have in common? Sibby Blazich.
Are you shocked?
Very.
Before Blazich became Bale's wife, she was actually Ryder's personal assistant, and that's how Bale and Blazich met. At the time, Bale was skeptical about the idea of marriage, but Blazich changed his mind. She showed him what true love is all about.
I've loved you since the moment I clapped eyes on you. What could be more reasonable than to marry you?
As a couple, they're quite private, and it's rare for paparazzi to capture them in public. They're yet more proof that being low-key is the secret to a healthy and long-lasting Hollywood relationship.
Thank you to my beautiful wife, who told me less is more. Say less right now. She knows the dumb crap that can come out of my mouth at times.
Number 5, Julia Roberts.
First of all, I try to impress him so much that really, as much as I try to impress my director, I just think, is he okay?
Sometimes actors stare at the person behind the camera for so long, they end up falling in love with them. Just kidding, that's not how Julia Roberts met her husband Danny Moder. But he is, in fact, a cameraman. The two have been together for 2 decades, making them one of the longest-lasting relationships in Hollywood.
What would be a good tip for other future entertainment couples?
Well, I don't think it's exclusive to entertainment couples. I wouldn't even think of us as an entertainment couple, but I don't know. Probably kissing.
Their relationship started out with a bit of controversy. 2 years after Moder met Roberts, he finalized his divorce from his ex and married Roberts that same year. But sometimes that's just the way things work out.
He's my person.
I love that.
He's my person.
Number 4, Jeff Bridges. Jeff Bridges couldn't take his eyes off the Roadhouse waitress when he was on the set of Rancho Deluxe.
You know that thing that the guys do where they, you have got a magazine or something up there, and then you use that as kind of a shield to steal a look. She would bust me every time.
Although Susan Geston turned him down at first, she later gave him a shot, and that shot paid off and led to over 40 years of marriage, which is a Hollywood rarity. Their love is still really cute. Bridges actually keeps a photo of the first day the two met in his wallet.
To have pictures, what are the odds of that? Look at that, isn't she gorgeous?
They now have 3 daughters. To this day, Bridges and Geston are happily in love, and Geston has even ventured into acting and producing.
She's so powerful, and she's a lot different than I am.
In what ways? Is she
kind of
out there?
Yeah, she holds it all together.
Number 3, George Clooney. Clooney met human rights lawyer Amal Alamuddin in 2013 through a mutual friend, who was sure she was the one for Clooney.
In walks Amal, and she's, stunning and funny and the smartest person in every room she walks into.
However, the two became email buddies because he wasn't sure whether she liked him or not. They went on their first date a couple of months later, and when Alamuddin joined him for a vacation in Kenya, Clooney realized she was indeed the one.
It became romantic very quickly, and then it was kind of clear once we knew that we both, I knew that she was interested. Then I think we were together from that moment on. And
they tied the knot in 2014 and announced that they were expecting twins 3 years later. Clooney also casually revealed that the two have double dates with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Yep, sounds pretty extraordinary.
I'm always very proud of her when I see her speaking at the International Court of Appeals in Strasbourg, with her robe on.
Number 2, Matt Damon. Dubbed Hollywood's best couple, Matt Damon and Luciana Barroso met in 2003. Picture this. You're having a busy night bartending, and in walks Matt Damon with his stuck-on-you movie crew members.
I literally saw her across a crowded room, literally.
Little do you know that he'll become the love of your life, and you'll end up marrying him and having kids. Damon and Barroso are definitely up there when it comes to cute celebrity couples.
It's so beautiful, and that dress was just like...
The two keep their marriage simple and stick to an important rule. They never spend more than 2 weeks apart. That's pretty impressive for a popular movie star, but Damon made it clear that family comes first.
No, I have an incredible wife, that's why, so she takes all the pressure off.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Prince William.
I, William Arthur Philip Louis.
I, William Arthur Philip Louis.
Take thee, Catherine Elizabeth.
Take thee, Catherine Elizabeth.
To my wedded wife.
To my wedded wife.
It doesn't get any more fairy tale-like than marrying a real-life prince. It's what many of us dreamt of when we were kids, right? Kate Middleton, a regular girl from Berkshire, met Prince William at university way back in 2002. She studied art history, he studied geography.
We were friends for over a year first, and it just sort of blossomed from then on. We just spent more time with each other and had a good giggle, had lots of fun, and realised we shared the same interests and just, had a really good time.
They moved in together as friends during their second year in school and finally revealed their relationship to the public in 2004. A royal wedding and 3 kids later, Prince William and Kate Middleton are still going strong. Middleton has definitely charmed the hearts of the royal family and is beloved by the British public.
But William and Kate decided to share this film this afternoon as a thank you on the day they celebrate 10 years of marriage.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.